have nothing to take notes with, read paper. So while you get your stuff out, see if you can do a little bit of multitasking. Listen up. We've been starting a new unit. This unit is called, what is it called? Economic systems. We're going to look at different economies around the world and try to figure out how they work and what makes the economy stronger than other economies. At the end of this unit, I am going to give you a test. It's not going to be a multiple choice test. It's going to be a short answer test. I think I asked you somewhere between 10 and 12 questions, and you'll be writing short answer stuff on it. So keep that in mind as we look through this unit. Okay. Using the overhead. Here's what I'd like you to do on your sheet of paper. Is it okay if I kill one of the lights? Mm-hmm. Okay. Wasn't asking that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw something called the economic continuum. And some of you might have seen this before in a US history class. And if you have, don't worry, we're going to move beyond that, and I'm not going to be wasting your time. And if you haven't seen it, don't worry about it, because we're going to start from scratch. Now, the word continuum is spelled, what's the adverb form of funny? Funnily? It's spelled funnily. No, that's not. All right, it's an unusual spelling, but there really are two uses. And if you don't know what a continuum is, it's something that shows things from one extreme to the other. In physics, you have, what do they call it with light? The light from one extreme to the other. The spectrum. So a continuum is very, very much similar to a spectrum. And we're going to be looking at economies from one extreme to the other. I'm going to be drawing like a big upside down horseshoe. You want to make, yeah, good. You want to make yours about the size of the top half of your page. Don't give me a little upside down view. You want to make it really large, because we're going to be writing things above it, below it, underneath it, all around it, stuff like that. Too cool for those? All right. I'm going to ask you a question in the middle. And by the way, how many of you have seen anything like this before? Any of you have? Anyone else? Okay, so 3 of you. All right. The question I'm going to ask is, how much say does a government have in its economy? Yeah, you should write that. In the middle with it? Yeah. And I know we should know this because it's an economics class, but just in case we've forgotten, let me quickly define what that word means. Economy. And that's what we're going to be looking at this unit.
What the word means. Not
we're going to be looking at different economic systems. And an economy is any kind of system that distributes resources. And that's what an economy is. Now remember, the first unit that we studied was on, what was it, on scarcity. Right? And so when things are scarce, what we have to do is we have to figure out, okay, now how do we distribute what we do now? And that's all economies do. They distribute resources. Does the government have a role in distributing resources in our economy? Yeah. It does. To what extent does the government have a role in distributing resources in our economy? Yeah.
Well, they have like powers to take over, like the market economy. They've done that in the past, right?
They have. Yeah, they've stepped in if the market fails. Yeah, what else?
They collect taxes.
Yeah, think about just on the very basic level, taxes, right? We pay taxes. So that's a redistribution of resources. That's a redistribution of our money. So we know that the government does have some say in our economy. The question is how much say? And what I'm going to do is write down two extremes. On the right, I'm going to have no say at all. And on the left, I'm going to write down total and complete say. I can't quite fit that on the overhead, but I think you guys can make it out. And I'm going to give you some fancy terms for these things. And yeah, you should probably know these terms, which means that they might be on a test. You also might have heard of these. Anyone know the term that I would put down here at this extreme, where there's no say at all? Free market is one of the terms I could use. I was actually thinking of a French term. Laissez-faire. And laissez-faire is also spelled fundamentally, unusually. Laissez, F-A-I-R-E, which is a French word. Do we have any French speakers in the room? Okay. Yeah, laissez is let. Yeah, and let it be. Let it be. Right? That literally means, and if you want, you can sort of define it next to it. It's up to you. It literally means let it be. So if the government has no say at all in the economy, essentially, what is the government doing to the economy? It is letting it be. And that's what a laissez-faire economy is. Over here, total complete say, we're going to put down state socialism. You could also put command economy, or you guys would call it command economy. And the way it's practiced, at least in the 20th century, communism. Now these terms don't mean exactly the same thing, but in practice that's pretty much the way it is. But notice we've drawn a continuum. And so very rarely do we see an economy that's stuck right there. Very rarely do we see an economy that's stuck right there. Most economies are a variation somewhere, and indeed ours is. Right? Ours is not all the way down here, ours is not all the way down there. So I'm going to give you a question, I want you to file it in the back of your head, and we're going to revisit the question towards the end of the period. The question is going to be where do you think currently, in 2010, the U.S. economy is located on this continuum? So that's a question I want you to file away. But let's not answer it yet. Let's first of all figure out what we've got going on here and there. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a picture of what an economy would look like if it was a laissez-faire economy, all the way down here. There was absolutely no government control of the economy. All right? And I'm going to kind of tell you about what that looks like and think that through and ask yourself, is that kind of like our economy? All right? So in a laissez-faire economy, does anyone know what they want to be when they grow up? Really? Mark, what do you want to be? Get your hand up.
Engineer, civil engineer.
Civil engineer. Okay, can you explain for us lay people over here, what's a civil engineer do?
I guess they construct and like build like bridges and stuff.
Yeah, right. You guys design, and you're not the actual construction workers, but you design the bridges and make sure they don't fall down. That's a pretty important job. Okay. In our society, do you get to choose what you want to be when you grow up? In America, do we get to choose what we want to be when we grow up? To a certain extent, yes. I mean, I can't choose to be like an ashtray. Is that what you said? Oh, an astronaut. Okay. I can't choose to be. I was thinking more along the lines of I can't choose to be an NBA basketball player. I'm not good enough, right? So there are certain. It's hard to believe. There are certain limitations. So, okay, you want to be a civil engineer, so you know you got to go to college and do all this stuff. In a laissez-faire economy, you are absolutely free to do that. And let's say that you become a civil engineer, and unfortunately, you really suck at it. Okay, we can take the other example. You're really good, but let's do the example first of all that you suck at it. So what's going to happen?
Probably won't get a job.
You won't get a job. So how are you going to be able to provide for yourself? And let's say, Mark, you've got a family now. You got two little shorties. How are you going to be able to provide for your family if you suck at being a civil engineer and you can't get a job?
Get another one.
Well, what kind of a job?
A lower job.
Okay, so what he's got to do is he's got to try and figure his way out. Now, in our society, oh, by the way, what happens if you lose that job? In the United States, what would happen if you lose your job, if you get laid off? You get unemployment compensation. In a laissez-faire economy, no such thing, right? The government's not going to help you out. You're on your own. So you've got to find a new job quickly, or your wife's going to leave you, and your kids are going to go somewhere else, and it's going to be miserable for you. Because in a laissez-faire economy, it's just going to be miserable. let's
Okay.